Hey guys, I'm over at our Rose project in Venice Beach, California, and I am really excited to show you the reveal today of this gorgeous modern home. This project was so fun. As much as I love a teardown, this one was a fixer-upper. The service we provide as a design-build firm often lends itself to be able to provide additional resources to clients who might need help in deciding whether or not to buy a fixer-upper or a new build. One of our realtor contacts had come to us and said, hey, I have a client, they're pretty maxed out with their budget. They really want to live in Venice Beach. They're having a hard time finding a turnkey home that they like, that is big enough for their family. And so I'm wondering if they buy a fixer-upper, what do they put into it? How much do they need to put into it? What are the possibilities of it? Are you guys able to help us out with that?
So we looked through a variety of properties. We ultimately found this one. We bought it for $1.2 million. InHance Interiors did all the architecture, the design, the build, and really allowed the client's vision to come to fruition. So the all-in price was $1.7 million. And when they refinanced the property, they had a value of $2.1 million. So not only did they get a property, they got exactly what they wanted, and they actually profited around $400,000 from doing the whole thing with us.
So when we walked into the house that they finally purchased, it was a disaster. That's when the clients were like, whoa, how are you gonna turn this thing around? Immediately, I saw it. I knew they wanted a modern home. So what we did is on the inside, kind of just gut the inside to reconfigure to make the spaces that we want. But from the outside aesthetic and facade, it actually looks the same as it was before, but with a much better upgrade. In order to create the grand entrance that this client wanted and that we also wanted, we had to sacrifice some space in the bedroom. So we went into it very intentionally and we really thought about what space to take and give from. So it ultimately ended up, we were able to create an extra wide hallway right off the foyer. So it just creates such a grand entrance. One of the best kitchens I think I've ever designed and that I'm really proud of, and I know that the family absolutely loves, is their kitchen. Their kitchen is a mix of party on one side and practical on the other side. Typically in a kitchen, you have pendants or a chandelier centered over your island. And in this case, I kind of played with mixing up the norm a little bit by dropping the ceiling and creating a floating ceiling kind of aspect over just one side of the kitchen. It didn't allow for me to center the pendants or a chandelier over the middle of the island, which is your standard. But I don't like anything standard. And so we really wanted to think outside of the box here. How do we make this kitchen feel like a conversational piece? And so the concept that I developed was to create that floating ceiling, but then dropping a pendant over the open seating on the island so that it really balances out and it is exactly what they wanted. While we have really spent a lot of time and investment and thought into designing the great room to really meet the needs of their growing family and their hosting and entertaining lifestyle, it was also really important that the families had their own individual spaces.
Wants their perfect dream home, turnkey, exactly what they want. The problem is very often it doesn't exist and the market is so competitive that they oftentimes get beat out. So instead of going that way, we said, hey, why don't you go the other direction? Find a fixer-upper that everybody's looking past and allow us to convert that into your dream home.
At the end of the day, they have a gorgeous home that they're so excited about, but one of the things that really makes my heart tick and makes me so happy and is just an ethos in my company and the way we do things is for us to take an otherwise super messy, overwhelming and complicated process with construction to kind of take all of that and help our clients navigate the entire process, be in their corner throughout all of it, kind of as their go-to support system, and help them enjoy the entire process, make it seamless, make it fun. And so that's really something that I truly care about at the end of this, is that obviously our clients come home to a well-built and well-designed home, but at the end of the day that they love us, but more importantly, that they love where they live.